Hi everybody, this is Andres Sukla from Football 101, and as you all know, today is the big Champions League game between Bayern Munich and Barcelona, and we'd like to speak to the fans on the street and ask them what they think about the games. We have a couple of fans, we're just aimlessly driving around because we want to hear what the fans have to say. We managed to find a Juventus fan, a legit Juventus fan. I'm sure he is happy because we all know the result of the game yesterday. Real Madrid, who everybody thought were the favourites, turned out it wasn't so. It was a 2-1 result in favour of Juventus. So being a Juventus fan, did you expect that result? And what did you think about the game?
Well, I believe we did an interview prior.
Yes.
I had called out either 1-0 or 2-1 for Juventus.
Yes, he did foresee this result, by the way.
And I also had called one of the scorers definitely was Tevez.
Oh, okay.
So 2 out of 3 predictions wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because I had predicted the other goal scorer to be Chiellini. Well, wasn't the case. But he did make I think a game-winning tackle against Ronaldo coming down to the end in the 90th minute, where he intentionally tripped him, get his yellow card, and save the 2-1 result for Juventus.
Classic Italian football.
Right.
So, the away leg, what
Right.
do you think going to happen? Predict scoreline.
Predict scoreline. I think it'll be either a 0-0 or 1-1 draw. I don't think Real Madrid will win. I can't see Juventus going in there and winning. If they do, that will be a big surprise.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be a very, very tough game, without a doubt. Real Madrid at home. And I know I will take a lot of flack for this, but the strongest part of Madrid is the Italian coach, his tactics. Right?
not biased at all.
Not biased at all. But at the end of the day, I think I was very, very surprised because even though I'm a Juventus fan, I don't really rate Allegri's tactics. I know Ancelotti's a superior coach, and I was very much surprised the way that Juventus played and actually showed off Ancelotti from his game plan.
Oh, okay. Well, there we have it, folks. A Juventus fan on top of the world, obviously. And
For now,
hopefully,
at least one half for now until the other game.
the second leg begins soon. So according to our Juventus fan here, and they are few in Trinidad, but they're very loyal, they're going to win the next game. Okay, right. Okay, right. Edit that out. You get that? Now we have a fan of good football, a legend. Should I call you a legend? Yes, he's a legend. We have Dalip Subersing, and we're going to ask your opinion on the Champions League games. Yesterday, as you know, Bayern Munich played Barcelona. Barcelona made it through to the finals, even though they lost to Bayern Munich 3-2. What is your opinion on that game?
Well, you see, the home field advantage seems to be the play. But why Barcelona went through is because of the Messi factor. And Messi was the key. Both teams were good teams, good football, and that's what I like about good football. It was exciting right through. My heart was pumping in both games. I didn't know who to support. Yes. But at the end of the day, the Messi factor overrode because he scored the two goals in that other game, and then the Brazilian guy, Neymar, scored the other goal. So you had good football and the talent of the players that Barca had, that overrode. And in this game at home, you see the home advantage. Both teams won at home. But then at the end of the day, the Messi factor with the extra 2 goals is what took Barca through.
So there you have it, folks. At least in that game, clearly from our expert here, Messi was the deciding factor. The guy he has that magic spark. So today, the other game is between Real Madrid and Juventus. Juventus won the first game at home 2-1. Real Madrid getting a vital away goal. Today is the second leg. What do you think is going to happen between this game, between Real Madrid and Juventus?
I really think that Real will go through because of the home advantage, and then they're playing that tiki-taka style that Barca plays. So the possession factor in all of it is going to win off at the end of the day, because if you have more possession of the ball, the other team can't score.
Well said. So very tactical answer. What do you think, if you had to guess off the top of your head, the scoreline is going to be today?
I think it will be about 3-1 Real
Madrid?
Yeah.
If you had to give an educated guess, who do you think is going to win the final?
Barca, of course, because they're getting off that style that people started to read, and they're doing some new things, and they're playing a new strategic game. So I think that they will go through it. They are the better team at the end of the day.
So there you have it, folks. Dalip Subersing. We have a lot of young viewers, but we also have a guy who is a veteran of the game. He understands the game, and his opinion is very valuable. So, Dalip says Barcelona is going to go all the way. And we have with us here Jamal, who is a Barcelona fan. So, Jamal, tell us what you think is going to happen today in the game.
I think the game will finish 2-1 in favor of Barcelona because they are both 2 consistent teams throughout the season, and Bayern will put up a fight. So I think it will be 2-1.
So what do you think about it? So you think Barcelona are going to go all the way?
I think Barcelona will go all the way, and Most likely, I think they will bounce up Juventus in the final.
Well, both those teams I don't really support, but Bayern has some players that I look at and Barca has some players I look at. But I hope Bayern win. I think the scoreline will be 2-1 to Bayern.
Bayern versus Barcelona. Who do you think is going to win?
I think Barcelona will win because the trio they have is of great class, especially Messi, and I don't think nobody could stop him anywhere right now.
I think Barcelona will win as well because they're my favorite team. Right? And the trio on top, as Theo now say, hard to stop, but also Bayern have a good defense and they also have a good attack, so it will be a good game, even.
Well, I think Barcelona going to win this game. Being a Barca fan, they're the most consistent team this season, and I think it will be a good game.
2-0 to Barcelona.
1-0 to Barca.
2-1 to Barca.
All right, fellas. So clearly we have some Barcelona fans here. So from the UTT boys themselves, thanks, fellas. And we're going to see if we find some more people. And here we have a Barcelona fan, a very proud Barcelona fan, Kayam. So Kayam, Barcelona qualified to the final. What do you think about the game yesterday?
First of all, proud fan of Barcelona. They made me proud once again this year, I support them. To me, I wasn't too proud about the win yesterday due to how the second half ended up turning out to be. But again, as I say, a win is a win. For those who don't know, I guess that we all disappointed about the Luis Suarez coming off at the half. But I was reading up last night and he actually had a little interruption in his hamstring. So that's the reason why Luis Enrique brought him off the field and sent in Pedro. Concerning the finals, we have a chance. I am praying for a Clasico because I would love to see the BBC against the MSN. But again, Juve, we can't turn them down. They are top Italian side, and I'm just hoping that today the prediction will be a great win, whether it be Real Madrid or Juventus. Barca ready for anyone.
Okay, so quickly, if you had to predict a scoreline today between Juventus and Real Madrid, what do you think it would be?
To me, I was saying Juve have a tough time in the Bernabeu, but they have the comfort of the aggregate. So I would like to say maybe a 1-1, a 2-1 to Real Madrid, or a 1-1 draw between both sides.
Okay, so basically, it's you think Real Madrid going to make it through then?
I'm praying for Real Madrid, but whatever happens. I know Barca taking this UEFA Champions League final.
So if you had to predict a scoreline, assuming whoever reaches the final, let me say Real Madrid makes it, what do you think the final is going to be, the final score? If you had to prophesize.
Not to say prophesy, I would look at the team chemistry with Barcelona, doing that. I mean, we have a very comfortable defense. Judging midfield, Mateo could play either central defense, Civ mid. He could play in the back four. We have an excellent defense midfielder, Sergio Busquets, and we have an extraordinary attacking. So I would say that the game would be a tough game. I would say 2-0, 2-1. It would be a very tight final if we have a Clasico. And well, the way that we are playing and functioning, I guess that if Juve end up making it to the finals, they'll have a tough fight against us.
And here we are with a Chelsea fan, Brandon, also known, should I use your nickname? Also known as...
Honestly, I'm in favor of Juventus. Yeah, and I would like Juventus to actually hold Real Madrid at least. If it can be a possible 2-1 victory in favor of Madrid, but at the same time, I really like Juventus to come out on top and really meet Barcelona in the finals. Change it up a bit, make it Italian, Spanish, because I really don't like Real Madrid.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm in favor of Juventus. Yeah, and I would like Juventus to actually hold Real Madrid at least. If it can be a possible 2-1 victory in favor of Madrid, but at the same time, I really like Juventus to come out on top and really meet Barcelona in the finals. Change it up a bit, make it Italian, Spanish, because I really don't like Real Madrid.
Okay. I think the scoreline going to be and who you think who do you favor to win?
Honestly, I'm in favor of Juventus. Yeah, and I would like Juventus to actually hold Real Madrid at least. If it can be a possible 2-1 victory in favor of Madrid, but at the same time, I really like Juventus to come out on top and really meet Barcelona in the finals. Change it up a bit, make it Italian, Spanish, because I really don't like Real Madrid.
Okay. So we have a fan who doesn't like the Galacticos. No Clasico final for Brandon. So if you had to do a scoreline or predict a scoreline, what do you think it would be?
Today, honestly, I'm in favor of Juventus 1-0 to Madrid.
Okay, so there we have it. You have a Chelsea fan who wants Juventus Barcelona final. So if you had to predict the final scoreline for Barcelona, let we say Juventus make it to the final, what do you think the scoreline going to be?
Approximately at least a 3-2 and a tense proper final, 3-2 in favor of Barcelona.
So there we have it. He thinks Barcelona is going to go all the way. Everybody, we actually have found a Manchester United fan by the name of Glenn. How are you, Glenn?
Fine, thanks.
All right, so you know the Champions League is going on right now. Unfortunately, Manchester United is not in the Champions League. Hopefully, it'll be back next year. So, you know, knowing that Manchester United is not there, being a casual fan, what do you think about the game yesterday between Juventus and Real?
Well, I beg to differ. The spirit of Manchester United is still in the Champions League. You know, with Pogba, Tevez, Evra, we're still there.
Yeah, Juventus fans?
Yeah, you know, we're still there. So, game yesterday was good. Didn't really expect Juve to come out with a win.
Yeah.
I generally thought Real would have run them over.
Yeah.
But from the likes of it, if an Italian team with a lead going into a second leg, I'm thinking they can actually progress to the final.
Okay, so you're liking Juventus' chances?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And what about the game today, Barcelona and Bayern Munich? I know being a Manchester United fan, Barcelona maybe not be your most favorite team.
No, well, it's interesting today because you want to see how Pep deals with his whole team. How does he neutralize the front three? You know, Bayern is still missing a couple good players. I mean, Robin's out for the rest of the season. So, you know, we're kind of waiting to see how does that go.
Yeah.
But the battle there really is to see how Pep, you know, matches his tactics to suit that big three of Barcelona. Okay,
so if you had to give a estimate about the scoreline today, what do you think it would be?
I think both teams would come out cautious, so I'm expecting a draw today. They'll go for it on the second leg.
Oh, okay. So you think at the end of the both legs, Juventus will go through?
Definitely.
Maybe Barcelona? I don't know.
I'm kind of partial to Bayern over Barcelona, simply because of the hell Barcelona put us through for the last couple of years.
Okay. Well, you know, there we have it from a Manchester United fan. I can't say he's impartial because of the Juventus reference just now. Tevez and Evra and Pogba, former Manchester United players. Fergie, what did you do? Or maybe David Moyes. I'm speaking like a Spanish person. But so it's good. Thanks for having you.
Great.
And we'll hope a follow-up in the end there. We can edit that out.